There's two stories, aren't there? There's what happened, and then there's how do we do this? How do you compensate people? How do you value what a life is worth?
The shock from the attacks in New York and D.C. reverberate across the entire nation.
It was a moment in time where every American connected on an emotional level.
What we're facing is a national emergency.
The 9/11 Fund was created by Congress and President Bush 13 days after the attacks, funded entirely by the taxpayer.
We're proposing the Treasury Fund, offering compensation to the victims.
Ken, we'll have to negotiate all settlements.
The great thing he says is, there's a number. That's the job.
Where the law is concerned, this question actually has an answer. And the answer is a number. And that's the job.
The formula is actually fairly streamlined.
Why do we need one? My daughter's life is worth just as much as anybody in a corner office.
Reading about the actual fund, getting to meet Ken Feinberg, I thought this story needs to be told.
For the program to succeed in staving off a full-on economic cataclysm, no fewer than 80% of eligible claimants must opt in.
I think things get accomplished when you get down to the bottom line.
Waiters, firemen, cops, busboys. If this fund didn't work, thousands of victims all would have faced unbelievable, massive financial uncertainty.
But then what's the journey you have to go through to go, I still have to do that, but man, I wasn't ready to sit down and listen and hear these stories.
Family after family after family express their anger and frustrations.
He was my whole world. There's no money that's good enough.
We have to consider every claimant individually. We're going to have to set the formula aside.
If there's one lesson to be drawn for modern audiences in watching this film, is how basically everybody in the country, the time of trauma and tragedy, worked together.
Ken Feinberg wanted this. He pursued the job. What's that say about a guy who goes, maybe there's a way this can actually work? How about that for a revolutionary idea?